Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm gonna show you how to sharpen some wire strippers. I have two of these and we're gonna see how many of the little sections on here we can rework with just some simple tools. I have a little DMT folding sharpener because it has a very small diameter, and also a coarse flat DMT stone to sharpen some of the straight sections. First of all, we're gonna try ourselves on these round sections here, which are used to cut off the insulation. They have a millimeter gauge here, and they are basically serrations like on any other serrated knife. Just on here we have to be careful to not open up the holes too much, because otherwise none of the holes will match the diameter of any sort of wire anymore and it won't cut properly. So to sharpen this side, it's a bit funky to prop it down. You have to imagine we have a conical sharpener and we want to sharpen it on this, on this inner part here, because that's right when both of the sides meet up. So that means we need to bring the sharpener in from this side and until we encounter some resistance. And as soon as we feel that resistance, it means, the diameter of the cone matches the diameter of this hole here, and we are taking away material in here to sharpen the edge a little bit. Not much, we're going to work it from the back as well. So we've now worked it a little bit. You can see here that a bit of the paint is rubbed off. Again, not much, but just enough to kind of bring it back to life. Now, do not remove a lot of material here. We have, on this particular tool, we have a bit of an issue because we have cutting surfaces on both sides of its pivoting point, which means that both this side and this side needs to meet up at a certain point when we close it. If this is, we have a contact point right here on the bottom that basically prevents this whole thing from, closing too much. If you were to go in quite a lot on here by removing a lot of material, it would mean that you would also need to grind off this part and then, adjust the whole top cutting surface and this to be good, because if it closes in, too much, it's gonna cut into the wire on this here. I mean, it's not that much of an issue, but also the crimping sections, you will change all of those distances. So this is actually quite complicated, but also quite interesting to work on if you, try to think about how one of these tools is actually constructed. Now we are going to tend to the top cutter here. This is, used to cut some wire, but I have some aluminum wire here and it works very, very poorly. You can see it doesn't cut all the way through, and I need to rotate the wire and cut several times for it to work, which is very annoying. But I would like to be able to use just one tool and not get a side cut as well. Now, because of the construction issue with this sort of tool, we cannot sharpen this on the top here indefinitely, because otherwise, these two parts won't meet up. It is made easier by the fact that this is just an anvil and we only have one cutter, but I'm gonna still sharpen it just a little bit, maybe get away some of the burrs that I formed to see if we can improve it a little bit at least. For this, I'm just gonna use my DMT diamond stone. And after quite a bit of fiddling around with the cutting surface in the front, I managed to fix it. I did this by, as you can see, also grinding away material here. As I said before, this was necessary, but I had a feeling that I could get it to work. It doesn't work across the whole length, but you can see a wire like this can be completely cut now. And even the stubborn one that I had before works reasonably well. If you, twist it a bit, but sometimes there are some strands left. It is not perfect, can be dialed in a bit further, but it's okay. Now the 4G wire stripping part, we can test this out as well. If you've never used one of this before, pick the appropriate hole. For this, it is this one right here. Push it together and then just pull on the wire, and then it pulls off the insulation very cleanly. It doesn't strip anything from the copper away. And with this, it's the same. It is probably this diameter. Push it together, pull on the back, and it removed the insulation perfectly without damaging it. Can't really see it, it's pretty difficult, but this is where the insulation ends and this is where the braid begins. Now we've successfully fixed this one. Now for something like the other one, it is basically the same procedure. Just look at how this one works. This is quite useful. This is a tiny little cutter for cutting up the outer insulation of household wiring to, open it up, expose the 3 conductors inside. And it's the same procedure in here. It might be a bit difficult to get into it, but you may need to just use the tip and then, sharpen it from side to side, and the same with this one here. But the idea in general is the same. It's quite interesting, figuring out how these are constructed, how they work in order to fix them. But as you can see, with a bit of effort, it is quite doable, and you can restore one of these tools, so you can keep on using your old one that has some history. That was it for this video. I hope you liked it. I hope you learned something. If you did, then consider subscribing and giving the video a like, and then I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.